Crowy here. Welcome to our lounge pod. This is a bit more of a Sunday school one, a bit more of a teaching session about the deity that is the Ford Lord, aka Josh Ford, running us through Capcut. So this is a session we did in our platform, and he's just gonna lay out, how to edit videos, how to throw songs over it, and how to sort of build, because Instagram and socials is such a huge part of your brand. So, if you don't have the money to spend on an external source doing this stuff, you might want to bring some of it in-house or all of it in-house or a little bit in-house, whatever. So I'm going to give you the skills to pay the bills. We're not professional editors, but the random punter can learn a lot from this. And have a watch the session. It's way more of a watch and learn sesh. It's, do you have a computer in front of you? Yes, no, maybe. If you're an editor and you're like, hey, there's a heaps better way to do this, reach out, send us a vid, and I'll post it up, because we're always about helping people. And whatever you're doing out there, our ethos is pretty clear. We want you to work hard, which you're probably doing. The whole town knows you're working hard. We want you to work smart, because there's no point working hard if you're not working smart. We want you to be kind, because there's no point doing either if you're a dickhead. We want you to get results, because there's no point working hard, working smart, and being kind if you're not getting results. It's incredibly important. Make money, build wealth is our ethos here, and that's a huge part of running a business. And we want you to go together. So we want you we want to build that community of Sparkies that look out for each other, that care for each other, and we're super passionate about that. And another shout out to our live event. We're going to do another live event coming up this February in the Gold Coast, start of Feb. So reach out if you want some more details. But that was such a great time of connection, community, bonding, teaching, learning, bonding in a PG way, of course. No extracurricular activity that I know about or that I want to know about. But rock on, have the best day ever, have the best week ever, and tell someone you love them. Peace. See you guys soon. Bye.
All right, so this week is going to be media and editing your own videos. So I'll pretty much get Capcut up, because that's what we use, and go through. I think that's the easiest thing to use. So you can have it on your phone, and also on the phone, and also on your laptop. So computer is way easier. Phone is fine for little things, but it's also super hard to be able to cut time slots and things in, because you've got to obviously use your finger. So you're trying to cut in different points, so it's really hard. I think to go back to like a starting point with it, like, why is it important? It's all stuff that goes, I guess, with building your brand of your business and getting it across. Like, I think photo wise is good, but video is way better now. Gets you like your point across of you, your workers, all those things, the work you're doing. But like, even in regards to like how things are seen online, like photos don't do as good as videos. Like, videos are I guess prompted more by Instagram and things to get more views and likes. So a photo won't get the same views or anything either. So photos are good, but it's good to get both. I think investing in a camera is a good starting point. Like, if you can spend anywhere between like $500 and $1,000, and you're going to get yourself a pretty decent camera. I can pull up what I've got and go from and then show that, which is nothing special, but does the job. Oh, great question. Sit here. Got two of these. See, so this is like a blogging camera, but they're not. Yes, okay. So here you go. They're $1,000, and we use the same lens that it comes with. That I think that's a good starting point. It's got a good, it's 4K, so it's got good quality on it. If you want to go down the route of using a camera, otherwise, phone video is fine. One thing to make sure when with whatever you use or whatever you're filming with, that you keep it consistent with whether you're going to film vertically or horizontally. If you want to put something together, because there's nothing worse than holding the camera like this for one, and then flipping it like this for another video, flipping like this, and not realizing then you go to edit and it looks like shit. So you want to make sure if you're going to be posting videos for YouTube, then you want to be horizontal. If you want to just post some reels on and stories and things on Instagram, then you want to be filming in vertical, which is going to be the size, pretty much the exact size of your reel, 9x16. So that's a tip as well, because I used to do it. I remember we've done one of the big videos on site, and I filmed everything vertically, but then I've given the camera to one of the guys to film me and not realized that it was horizontal, and then got back and then not been able to put the video together with that. And I was just showing you stuff, but realizing that I'm sharing this screen, so you definitely haven't seen any of this. So that's a good starting point in this camera. Now with that lens, I think another good point is, I'm going to give you the hot tip here of what we've done. We've just started using this, and it's next level for content. Now I think we got ours for like $350 when they're on sale. If you're keen to do some POV stuff, this is the way to go. If you start seeing some of the videos we're doing, when it looks like a GoPro, it's actually filmed through these. Now, reason this is good, because you can collect these Wi-Fi straight to your phone, and you can collect the video straight away and compile it. So if you're someone that likes doing the POV videos in your stories and things like that, this is a great way of capturing it. I'll see if I can show you some footage for those that don't. I've been using it on here a bit. I don't know. That's good. I don't have my password. So, but anyway, you see these videos. This is filmed with it. This one's filmed with it as well. This is filmed with it. These are filmed with it. They go super well at the moment as well. Like the views on the POV stuff it goes huge compared to obviously this gets traction. We don't have many followers on this page, and we've only just started it, but it goes really well. So the POV stuff's good. So for those, if that's something that you'd be interested in, it's all going to go towards how you're going to collect your content. Like I said, my phone is fine. There's nothing wrong with using a phone. And sometimes your phone's going to be probably better quality than a camera under $500, most likely. Now, other things, if you want to start, once you're into it and you want to start going to the next level, then you want some wireless mics. Now, a few options with this. When we first started out, we were using something like this. I'm pretty sure it's from TMA for like $15 or something. But it was similar to this. Plugs in your phone, and then you talk about just going to enhance your voice that little bit further. So if you do film anything a bit further away, this is going to help. Like, I would recommend at a minimum point, if you're going to be using your phone, get something like this. Now, the other good thing is you can if you're filming yourself or someone else, hands get really kind of awkward. So holding that helps people to like sort of not feel as awkward with it. But then the next level up's obviously going to like that is actually pretty cheap. That doesn't seem right. So so this is what we have here. They're about $400. Yes. Now this is what plugs straight into your camera as well. So we'd run these on the camera through this lead here, and then also these can plug in your phone as well. So same thing, if you're thinking about doing it and you're just going to bite the bullet, I reckon going for a mic system like this is probably the best. Brad, how you going, mate?
Good, Josh. How are you?
I'm good. What's going on?
I just saw that this was open. I was in the office. Thought I'd jump in.
Yeah. Oh, nice. What do you guys do for content? Do you do much or
No, nothing. We don't do anything.
nothing?
No.
Do you got Instagram or anything like that or not?
We do, but to be honest, haven't done anything on it for ages.
Is it something that you're thinking about that you will do?
Yeah, just in a brief conversation I had with Cameron just this morning was that
Yeah.
the whole finding work thing is to update obviously digital footprints and things like that. So
Yep. Yeah, for
being more
sure.
proactive on the front foot just to show what we do and that sort of stuff.
So what's your setup? What's your team size and stuff?
It's me and one other tradie at the moment.
Yeah. You and a tradie. And then admin, no admin? Are you doing
No.
everything?
Yeah, I do everything. Yeah.
So if you start jumping in this realm, it's all you as well.
Pretty much, yeah. So it'd just be to start with for us. It'd just be adding photos and
Yeah.
from site and things like that.
How do you find yourself confident in doing any in front of camera stuff, talking or behind not even in front of the camera, more so behind it, but like showcasing what you guys do?
Yeah, I mean it's a daunting thing, as is
Yeah.
anything that you don't do often, right?
Yeah.
I guess from my end, it's yeah. I mean, it seems at the moment everything in business is uncomfortable. So what's another thing to add?
How long have you been running for?
I've been as a company, I've been out my own for 16 years.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick. All right. Awesome. And like, have you always been? Was it just like you and another for like most of that time, or
No,
did you
I've
go
only
big,
had,
come back?
I've only had an employee. This is coming into our third year.
Okay. So before that, full sole trader.
Just me. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. And what's your plan? Do you want to go bigger, or are you happy sticking where you're at?
Yeah, that's one of the things at the moment is that whole what do we actually want to do with this thing?
Yeah, and figuring it out.
And
How long
figuring
you been with Crow and Camp for?
uh 6 months, coming on 6 months, I think.
Yeah, sweet. And it's going good?
Yeah. So I've had experience with other platforms prior to these guys.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, just this is more focused around the numbers side of things rather than that trying to push exponential growth
Yeah.
model. So
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I think that's smart.
I
That's
think
good.
it's a much better play than just yet trying to incorporate systems that you actually don't need at this level. Like numbers drives everything, so that's why I've
Yeah, cool.
across.
What sort of work are you guys mostly doing? What's your main?
So industrial control and automation.
Yeah. See, you're probably in one of the best sectors for building that, like I guess following and base and stuff online, because it's different to what everyone does, and it's interesting, and it's like it's technical and it's hard. So it's like it's actually probably one of the best realms to be in to get the best sort of content. It's also hard because I guess a lot of the places you go to, you're not going to be roll in and pull a camera in and start filming
Exactly.
and
Some
taking
of the
photos.
places are funny about you having your own phone, let alone
Yeah.
bring in the camera or dedicated camera in.
So
It's kind of weird, like your perception of reality, because we see it every day and we're like, oh yeah, it's just another whatever.
yeah.
And then we show other people what we've done. They're like, oh my goodness, I didn't realize that was even a thing, and they get blown
So
away. Whereas
what's your main clientele like?
water
Is
treatment
it
industry.
Okay, cool. And like, do you do other work for electricians at all? Does anyone ever bring you in to do any like subcontracting for them on the industrial side?
We've got one at the moment. We're helping out with a fire pump in
Yeah,
Sydney, Adelaide.
yeah. Because I think that's
Um,
such a good market to be in as well as someone who does do that. Because I know like someone like us, like we will say we do it and cover everything, but like realistically, we've got one guy that works for us that's been involved in that side of the industry kind of heavily, but then like everyone, like no one else has. So if we did get into ourselves into a project, we'd probably be calling on someone for help.
yeah,
So I think like being able to market, it's like a whole nother possible stream of revenue to market yourself to other electricians to be able to come in. There's a few guys in our area that do that as well, and they jump in on people's projects that they win and come in as like a subcontractor for them.
yeah,
So like that's where this side of things could work super well as well for you. So the one what was that like if you listen back I just showed before on here like different ways of I guess collecting the content and how to film it or how to do it. One
yeah,
of the best ways that we've started to do now, which would probably be like actually the best for you, would be to, which you might seem like a bit of a dickhead when you're doing it, but getting a pair of these.
here we go.
So because like they film so good, it's like it's a fully a GoPro in your
Yeah,
on your face. Um, and the quality of the footage that comes out of them is next level. So
yeah,
I was just showing on here, like I've been using it on our lockout page. I can't remember the login to get in, but this is like so like that's a video made with it. This one here is a video made with it. This one here is a video made with it. And
yeah,
like the reach it gets is like this got like tens and tens of thousands of views on there because that style of content is what's really getting pushed at the moment through Meta, so through Facebook and Instagram.
yeah,
And that's what people want to see. It's like the POV, what are you guys doing? That side of things.
yeah,
That side of your part of the industry is like probably one of the best sides to be in for doing that style of filming, and it's so easy and sneaky that you can just have them on, and you literally press a button, and
yeah.
the only thing is like this does glow, so people do know you're filming. I think that's like part of the thing, so you can't
Privacy thing.
sneakily
Yeah,
film people, but like this like glows on here when you're doing it, but like doing like POV filming with your hands and like if you're in a switchboard or whatever, like it's you can get some pretty cool stuff, and then it's super easy. It Wi-Fi's to your phone, and then
yeah.
it literally you just click download, downloads all the clips to your phone, and then you have it
Right.
Do
all
you
there.
control it with your phone?
Yeah. No, you control it with your hold up, I've got it here. I'll show you. So, okay, is that stop sharing? Can you see me now?
Yeah, all good.
Yeah.
So they just got a case like that, and that's what charges them.
Yeah,
And then, hang on, they just look exactly like Ray-Bans. And then I hold that, and it'll start. You see that flashing, and that's
yeah,
filming. That's filming now. You also talk through them as well. Plays music. Can you hear that? So
no,
it'll so you can't hear it, but it's playing music through them now.
yeah.
And then
Wow.
if I have a phone call, I can I just you can answer through here. That's your volume button. You can answer it and be talking as well.
Wow.
Is it
So
like those open earbud kind of things?
yeah, it's bone density headphones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that it's they're good for collecting this stuff. There's probably I reckon there's about 3 people doing it at the moment in this realm that I've seen. It's like us and maybe 2 other guys using them to collect to do videos with, and it goes super well. Like it's like if every video you do that just sort of I don't know. It's because it's meta and it's tied in with them, so that they know because if you when you download it onto your phone, I'll show you the app. See.
Through
So
like
it
some sort
comes
of MAC address or something.
so it comes through onto here,
Yeah,
and then you like so I can just import that now. It'll find the Wi-Fi on there, and then just you join the Wi-Fi, and then I click import, and it's got all the footage that I've been taking on there, and then it'll automatically come through, so I can watch the videos on there, and the quality is like just as good as a GoPro for sure.
Wow.
And that just pumps it into your photo albums or your whatever.
And then once I've clicked import, then I come down here. And I've literally just clicked import. Now I'm in my phone photos, and it's straight through to there. So then so it's a really quick way of being able to do something on the fly, get that, and the quality is so good, like really good. Pretty much not at the standard of as a GoPro like the 4K, but it's like good enough for Instagram. It doesn't look blurry and things like that. So if you look on the Lockout and Live page we got, I just I've been putting the videos up on there, so, and you can see the sort of quality on it. But I think that's a good little thing. Not many people are doing it at the moment. It'll get huge soon. It'll be like, cause it's so easy. So everyone will sort of start doing it if that's the style of content they want to film.
Yeah.
Is that going to stop Meta picking them up and sending them a lot more viral than they would have been? If everyone's doing it?
It will, but you get on it quick, then
My next question was going to be how much you're forking out for a set of them.
I got them the other week from Harvey Norman. They were $350. Now, on Ray-Ban they say they're $500, but I'm pretty sure you can get you can get clear ones. I think you can get the other ones that change between inside and outside, so they'll turn to sunnies when you go outside, or they'll go clear inside. I just got the sunnies because I didn't want to walk around with bloody clear lenses on inside. Might be a bit weirder, kind of like get away. The sunnies, like, they sort of like, you can't really tell. So the main reason I got it is because I like to try and film the guys a lot, but they get super awkward. So my whole thing was like trying to get, like, it's not like they don't know it's happening, but it's like you're going to get more natural responses from them and things like that from using those. Like, we're filming and then we're like, oh, what do you reckon about this? And instead of me I'm standing there like this, they're more likely to be able to like give us like a bit more of a, a real reaction to what's going on. Everyone gets nervous with camera in their face. So do I. Like, it's taken me ages to be able to like do the videos and talk in front of it without fumbling my way through. And I still do take different takes to try and say something, because in your head, once someone's pointing a camera at you, I don't know what it is, but your mind goes blank, and it's super hard. So that's a good way. With that, it depends how. It's the same. Like, it's probably another whole topic of like how to run your Instagram page to make it look to like what focus you want to, what target market you want to obviously market against for builders or clients, or how you want to do it, because it's all well and good getting heaps of likes and stuff on a video, but it's not always going to convert to clientele. And what do you want to showcase? Because if you're just going and making POV videos and post them on your Instagram, you get heaps of likes and views. That's cool, but it doesn't look the best for someone to like come and look at you and be like, oh, that's the kind of person I want to work with. Like, it's not showcasing your work as much, That's probably more targeted towards electricians following you and liking it, because that's what they're going to be interested in. So it's good to throw it in every now and again and do it. And I think
I know I was a little bit late to this, but are you still of the opinion that you're probably not going to generate a lot of revenue from the social media side of things? It's more of a fact checker, or maybe attracting staff, or
man, okay. Like, I don't see, like, I think if you listen to my chat last week, I think you can use it in a tool like to do anything. Like, that's how we would pretty much connect with people, and you'd start connections through it and things like that. And then that's what, you start relationships, and that's what leads to work as well. Like touching base with another electrician on there might lead you, you talk to someone who's whereabouts are you based?
I'm on the sunny coast.
On the sunny coast, right? And then an electrician in the Gold Coast through Instagram who you talk to, they've got a builder that's doing a job up in the sunny coast.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, I know power play. Like, yeah, use this guy, get him. Like that's happened to us heaps.
Yeah.
It literally happened to us the other day. Like where like a big guy on the Goldie that we talked to through Instagram, he does all the total tools up there, and then they're doing one down here, and he was like, use these guys, and then they contacted us and we got the
Sick.
job. That was just through ACOT Electrical up in Queensland, who we know
Yeah,
through
right.
social media. So I think like it can literally go as big as you want it to do or however you use it. And it's such a tool that's underrated in that sense. I don't think people realize like those relationships really work. Because if you think about if you were going to recommend someone, if there's someone that you talk to online that you know, like another Sparky, and then you had one of your builders be like, oh, we're doing a job down there. Do you know anyone down there? You're probably going to recommend the person that you know and you talk to, which is going to
Yeah.
then lead to a job for them. So I think like it is a really handy tool to have to be able to mark yourself like that. And the same thing with getting builders as well, like reaching out yourself. That's what I spoke about last week, is like reaching out to people through there to start a relationship instead of like cold calling someone with no backing. Like you can, it's like replying to stories and getting yourself known that way, which is then going to get people to follow along. Like we've got heaps of builders that follow us, and then you posting you doing all your work for other builders, and they go, oh, these guys know what they're doing. Like let's get them on. So I don't think you could ever look at it as not getting work through there. I think it's a portfolio that's going to 100% lead to work
Yeah.
for sure. I think like I put more time into that than any other platform like website or anything. Like we'll put way more effort into that because it's easy. It's easy and it's
Yeah.
free and it's you can do it. So
Yeah.
So I think I think it's definitely something to utilize where you can. And even if it's like something that you don't think is worth it, I think it's like you just start doing it and putting it up there. Like anything's better than nothing as well.
Yeah, see, I'm at the point where I'm real finicky about, I've just got to do the real pretty stuff, or like just the prize jobs kind of things. But like one of the ones that got the most views on mine was a snakeskin out of a downlight. Like,
Yeah, that's mate, that's like on our one. I did put up a video of a switchboard with a dead frog in it. It went like fully viral and got like hundreds of thousands of views and stuff. And I'm like, I just spent $2,000 on another video that
Yeah.
fucking got 100 likes, and this thing got 700 likes. I'm like, what the
people
fuck?
are
So then,
cooked what they want to watch.
I know, but then you like that's the sort of stuff. It's like, yeah, it's cool, but that's not going to get you a builder to come, and do work for you. So
Yeah.
you have to have a level of
Yeah.
you can't just stick to one thing. Like, and if you look at our page, like it bounces between so many different
That could be
so many different.
that could be the
different
difference, though,
styles.
getting people to see your page, and then all of a sudden, oh, while they're there, what else do these guys do?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Exactly. All right, here we go. I've managed to log in, so I'll just click before we get into like the actual editing side. This is all important, so I will do this. So what do we got? I've got about 10 pages that I run, but I'll show you these. Is this coming up as a screen share?
Yeah.
So you can see like, so this is through those glasses. I don't know how clear it is for you guys through the Zoom or not, but it's like same as it being filmed on a phone.
Fordy, is that playing smooth for you? Like it's super clear, but it looks like it's like catching every second frame or something.
Yeah, no, it's smooth. Yeah, it's probably just not coming through on the Zoom. But yeah, look it up. Go on there when you get off the chat. Go have a look on. Like I've used it on this page a few times, a few different videos with it. So yeah, any of these ones where you can see both my hands has probably been filmed in that way, and then this one as well. So that's what I was like going to roll into with it, is like how we do all this, putting the captions on there, cutting it, how we do all that, what app I do it in, because it is super easy. And I think people like get worried about doing those things and feel like you got to pay someone. But you like, honestly, you really don't have to. Like if you look, so like some of the videos that we've obviously we pay to all these videos, but then if I compare like they're probably not going to come up super clear because it's going to be a bit laggy. But like they're crisp, obviously filmed on a really good camera. And then I've done these ones myself. So like I did this one is one I've done myself, and I've edited it all in this app that I'll show you guys.
Did you do the one? Is it Jaden from Rewired?
Yeah.
Did you do the one where he jumps out the car and then the whole sky or the background turns to his business logo?
Nah, that's our media guy did that. Yeah.
That looked unreal.
Yeah. But you can do all that in this app. Yeah, so there's the fucking frog. The frog one. What did that get? That's fucking just went that launched. Set 650 likes for that. And then we do these other ones that are like, we've spent like I think this full video that we did, because we did it for the Nika Awards of the TAFE job we did. And that cost a bit of money to film the whole thing. But like it's not what people are like stopping and watching. Man, it's the funny shit. But I've edited all these little videos, and I try and do as much as I can myself, because obviously it saves money.
So those big bucks ones, they're obviously more for somebody who's trying to just check your work out. Somebody who's probably like a builder or something like that.
Yeah, I'd say so. Like, but then like this is one. So I did this one myself, which is and it's not far off. Like, so this is what I'll get into soon of what we can do using yourself. And this is just a camera, handheld, a little bit shaky, but once you start editing it and putting stuff together, and it's just how do you clip it and how to know how to, you just make it fast,
Yeah.
Fast cuts and close-ups, and then putting music over it and a couple of edits and things like that. And you can make a video look good. You don't need to even really know how to use a camera, because you can just put it on like an autofocus setting and just do it from that. So it's super easy. So that's like, this is one of the cameras I use, and I showed it before online. I think it's $1,000. Comes with the lens, and then we use the DJI mics, which are $400. But
Yep.
I said, like, when we first started, we just had these ones off Temu that were like $15, and they work fine as well. And they can plug into your phone. So if you didn't want to use a camera and you only use your phone, these also same thing. Like, you can plug that into your phone. Just it's way better having a mic if you're going to do anything with sound. I think just like it comes across like way clearer for you. So if I go, I'll go into one now that we're doing. Hopefully you can hear it as well. I don't know if the sound will come across. So Capcut is what I use to edit everything. And it's a free app, but it's also a paid app. So if you pay $20 a month, it gives you the pro features, and like pro features wise is like anything that has this little diamond with a tick on it is like a pro. So a lot of the filters, like you'll get basic stuff with it, and it's enough to edit videos for sure. But like with the pro, then you just get more like transitions and things like that, and you can do a lot more AI tools as well. So it's actually super simple. It's same on your phone. It's just way harder to use on your phone. Because like trying to cut a video with your fingers, if it's only a short video, is really hard. So you'll open a page, and then you'll need to like import all your videos. So once you in the top left button, so this isn't the home screen. The home screen is different, and it literally just has a big button up top that says new project. As soon as you click new project, it brings you into this stage of it. And I didn't want to go back because I was finding it hard to get it onto the full screen here. So then all I do is I film everything on a SD card, obviously on a camera, and then I've got a hard drive that plugs into my computer, and then I just go between, I get everything off the camera and then I put it all onto the hard drive, and then I go from the hard drive to here. So then once I've got that, then I just drag it over, you just drag and drop, and it'll bring all your videos straight into here. So that is, oh no, bringing the wrong setting here. Sorry, I've already got it in here. So you drag everything across, and so it'll be like that, and then you can drop all your videos in and they'll load into here. So this is just, I went and got some footage, so I just had something to do for today. And then all you got to do is you pick your clip from here and just drop it down into here. And then from there, once it's loaded up, that's a pretty long, it's like a 2-minute clip. So it's going to take a little bit of time to load. Once it's loaded like that, have that. Now, easy little tools to use, first of all, is this zoom. So if you're trying to work with like a smaller clip and you want to try and do little cuts, you can zoom right in. So like you can do that. Then a key, if you want to cut, is like you can see this little level here underneath where these ups and downs are. That's your audio. So if you know you want to cut it, I'm going right. We haven't said anything from between here and here, so I'll probably cut it and then where it starts talking. So to cut a video, all you do is click it, and then up here on these tools, hover over it, it's called split. So with that split tool, you just click that, it'll split the video. Then you can highlight the first part with no talking, and then press delete, and it'll delete that part of the video. And then it'll just go straight from the start. Can you hear that when I played that then? Did that sound come through or not?
Do it again.
No.
Oh yeah, a little bit at the end there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet. So we're going to start doing. So we had a YouTube channel that we were doing. We were putting videos up on, and we kind of got busy and stopped doing it. So we want to start firing that up again. So we'll start doing that. So the YouTube is horizontal videos. Yeah. So that's just another thing to remind. I said it before, when you're filming anything else, if you want it just to go on Instagram, make sure you're filming vertically. So if you do film something horizontal and you wanted to change it, you can easily change it by changing your ratio here. Instagram's viewing is 9:16. So you can cut it, but then you're going to have this black here and black here. Now, a way to get out of that is by clicking the video and then dragging it so you can fill your whole space. So that's what it's going to look like. But obviously, you're going to be cutting some of your video. So that's where it's sort of hard. So that's why if we would have filmed in vertical, it would have looked like that anyway. So we would have been fine. But because we filmed it horizontally, if you want it to go on Instagram, we're going to have to have it zoomed in. So because we were doing this for YouTube, we were filming in the 16:9 anyway. So now when we want to, so that's your first clip, right? And we got it in there. We might cut it in a few spots because there's some stuff. Now, to me, right now, that sounds super loud. So before I do anything, I can see like the orange line here where it's reaching up there. That's your volume. So when you zoom in, there's a line through here, which is like a baseline volume, and then up there is super loud. So because we're sitting in a car, we've got mics on, and it's like a small enclosed space, it's going to be super loud. So then all you have to do is to your clip, and you can go to audio up here. So all your video settings are on your right when you click video, and there's heaps of stuff in there. Now, audio is here, and I want to turn the volume down a bit. And I can just, if you look down here, you can see the volume going up and down. So I probably just want to take it down by I'd say 5 decibels. So I can either click it like that, or I can slide it about 5, and then I tried it. It's still pretty loud. So I'm going to click it again, and I'm going to go back to audio, and then probably take it down to minus 10 decibels, so right here. So then each clip might be different, because then the next clip, we're going to be outside. So say this is our next clip, and It's just you want to make sure that you're blending the. And that still sounds super loud, so I'm going to take that down to -10 as well. The last thing you want to do is put a video up and it blows people's eardrums up because you haven't set your volume right. So that's like a basic thing right there. So every time you want to pull a clip in, you're just going to come to here, pull a clip in. Now, same thing to cut this. So we're going to go through. So I want to cut it here. The camera angle is a bit shit, so I'm going to go to here, split, and then I can just drag this to where I think it's going to be good. And I'd be listening back and making sure I actually want to cut that out. But for these purposes, so I've got that to that. So then you're going to have a point where it's going to cut, and you're going to. So now you can do different things like with a transition between two videos here. So if you want to cut between this and that, you can just do a clean cut where it just cuts straight across. But if you want to add in like an effect or something, then there's the button up here called transitions. And in your transitions, you can do slides, glitches, distortion, blurs, movements. See, there's so much. You can get so carried away with it. I like to normally just stick to one thing and make it like a light one that has like a light on it is usually pretty good. And you can like, if you do that, you can drag it out so it's like longer or shorter. So say we do it longer and we cut where we cut between it like that. But then if that's too long, then I can just shorten it down and it'd be like a quick. That's probably too short. What's it gone? I think it's deleted it anyway. And then that'd be like a quicker flash there. So like that's like a good transition between the two. And then say I got like another handy tool that would be like, all right, I've got that flash there. I want to do that. Oh, I want to add an effect over it. So as well as a transition, you can also add an effect. So up here, like an effect, like you might at the start of your video, you might want to put an effect in. Like they've got so many different things on here. So there's like trending ones. There's Pro, which is probably the most useful ones, but you can put a video effect, and it's so easy. Just it's drag and drop. So when you're looking at people that are doing like you were saying before about the video with Jade and he gets out of the car and it cuts to it, like those guys using those tools are on like a program that's costing them thousands of dollars, right?
Yeah, right.
I've showed my guy this and he's like, how the fuck did you do that? Now I'll show you what he was talking about later on, but I removed the background from this super easily, and it's literally one button, and he's like, that is crazy how easy that is, because they all use Adobe and it's like an add-on and this and that, and it costs thousands, and it's hard to do. This is like all AI one button. So like if I come in here and I go, oh shit, I want to remove the background, you literally go video settings, remove background, auto removal here. This is a pro feature only, and it'll process it, and it'll literally rip the background out of it. So it'll take away, it'll auto find people and rip the background out of the video. That's handy as well for like editing photos and stuff. If you want to take a photo and add it into something, which I'll show you as well. Like you want to add your logo onto a video, but you've got a background on your logo, you can put it into here and automatically remove the background. So it gets you away from having to rely on any sort of. So see that? So now we've got no background. So then what I can do is I could then come to here and say I wanted to import something else, and I'll just go, I want to put a different background in. What have I got in here? Oh yeah, I want to put this as my background. Now I can drag that onto here, and it's an overlay. But I then have to just send this to the back. So where am I? I'm going to add it as an overlay. Where are we? Yeah. Got a button here, which is overlay somewhere. Anyway, I'll find that, but I'll send that to the back, and then our video would come up in front of it. So it's like an easy way of adding a different background into it. Remove background. I want to take that back. But that's something that like that they do, which like they're like, that's crazy. You can just do that yourself. Anytime. So say, where was that? Oh, effects. So I want to add an effect in. So something like at the start of a video, you want to grab people's attention and have like something cool. There's so many different effects you can do on here. You obviously want something, you don't want it something random that just looks real stupid. Like if I put that at the start of my video and graffiti starts coming up, it's a bit weird. But having the, like, I've done ones where it's like you put the old camcorder, you know, and it's just literally drag and drop. If you don't like it, press delete.
52 where the free,
And then you can take that off. So if I want to add that on, trending graffiti,
which is not far off the price.
probably not the style we're looking for. I don't want that. So you can find something that's gonna suit it, but you can do like, all right, I want to put this little effect in here, and the different effects will drop in different ways. So say I might just want it at the start of the video as like a opening thing. So I'll just go bang, I'll just have it as a short little opener. And then it will kick in. And then I can deactivate it.
So that's just me, you know.
Reactivate it.
I don't really like
I'm going to take that off. Edit effects. I'll take that. So like that's like a little startup. There's so many different effects you can do
Yeah, no, weird.
and add in, so you can just try different ones in that
Yeah.
way. And then always to get back to your videos is coming up to media and doing that. Like I said, just drag and drop.
You want me to,
So say another thing that you want to do is add captions to your video. So you've got the words coming up across your video. Super easy. You literally come to this top bar, captions. Now this is where you want the pro. This is where you want to pay. I'm pretty sure it's $20 a month, and you pay for it, and you literally have generate. It'll fully generate automatically. You just want to tweak some of the words because it'll pick up what it thinks it is. So like some of the words might be a little bit off, but it's super easy to edit. It's a bit harder if you're doing an hour-long video with captions on it, but when it's a 30-second clip, there might be one or two words that you just need to change the spelling of.
Is
And then
that
it'll
what you
just-
guys use when you put up a podcast clip or something like that?
Yeah. So I do all the editing in here for that.
yeah. Check that. Right.
And if I cut the podcast clip and I'll just come in and do captions. So then to edit the captions, they'll come through just with like that, just basic. So then all you got to do is highlight those captions, just the captions, make sure you're not highlighting anything else. You just drag and click on those and then come across up here to templates. That's where it'll give you all these automatic templates. That's the ones you see on everyone's videos. Like that's what grabs attention. Now, to get someone's attention, like I've noticed, adding captions to any video draws people's attention because it stops them and it stops them to start looking at it. Like, people are so quick to scroll, so having that extra drawing factor of a the caption stops people from scrolling and grabs their attention. So like there's all the ones that you probably see on most people's videos, and this is how pretty much everyone would do it. So I'm just going to say I like this one, so I'm going to add that in. So then that now, when I click it, it's going to highlight like that. Now you can do auto, you can identify your filler words like ums. So I can take that out as well. And then if I go back to captions, so if you want to edit anything, you can come into here and then just go, I want to take the ums out. And then just go down and you can take whatever you want out. So if you don't want it to say fucking on there, I can just do like something like that. So then when we play it, what? Probably don't want that on there either. What do you mean? And then here it's like, take the out. Take the out. Because it doesn't matter if you say it, but when you're reading it as well, it kind of looks a bit shit. And then I just like, you just read through and make sure that your spelling mistakes, like it hasn't changed any of your words. Because sometimes, I know if you say things like NHP or something like that, it might not do NHP. It might have a word there. So just making sure that that's that. And the best way to do that is probably, okay, like Airbnb, that was probably one. I'm surprised it actually did that because I feel like sometimes it might not do that properly. But they all look pretty okay here. Him, because that's not right. So if I want to listen to that, I can just scroll this along to where it says it, and then I can just go from there. Or him, because so like on here. Put another there. Take that out.
Yeah. Oh.
So here, all this doesn't look right. So
You want me to revise the whole
call him because, and then that will just change in there automatically. So when I come back,
send you the number, or do you want to be sure on it? Wait.
so it's just like double checking. I'm the most dyslexic person as well, so I'm probably not the greatest person at doing this. Everything I put up in any caption is probably spelt wrong or there's a spelling mistake. But the worst thing you could possibly do is put a whole video together and you've edited it all, you've uploaded it, then you listen back and it's all the words spelt wrong and it just looks shit. So like double checking that and making sure you do that is good. Now that's an easy one on your phone. If you want to just like do a quick video on your phone without doing too much editing, you can just do the same thing, click captions, and it'll generate it on your phone. It's just that little bit harder because obviously you're trying to scroll between it. Just like trying to do it with your fingers is and get like this, trying to get this bar to the right point on there. You're doing it with your finger and it like cuts, and it is super hard to do it. Like say sometimes there's these gaps, and that might be because we're not talking, but sometimes it just doesn't load the caption properly as well. So you just want to make sure when you are playing it. So there, he's not talking, so that's fine. But sometimes it doesn't do it. So they all look pretty good. So it's fine. But then from here, there's no talking. So that's all right. So sometimes there'll be gaps that you'll want to change and do. Now, the next one is adding. So say, this is, I haven't been adding this properly, so it's not going to be a great video, but say I want to add music to it. I'm going to come up to audio. Now, all of this is like extracted audio because I accidentally put it all in wrong. So I might just delete all these. But you can you could make a video and then put music in from Instagram yourself. Like you can make a video in here and then just add one in when you're doing your reels. But if you want to edit to music, like you want to have a song on there and then have the volumes changed. So like I think a cool thing we do sometimes is like you might up the volume when you're not talking and then bring it back down when you're talking. You're better off to do it in here. Now, how do you get a song into here? That's the next thing. So you can just come into audio. If you've got Pro, then you can get some stuff off here. So you just click it and be like, oh yeah, I like that. If I want that song, I can drag it in and do it. But song only stops here, so it's not even long enough. So the only other thing you can do with that is like you can cut it here. And then I can Control C, Control V. I can copy and paste it and I can bring it back in. So it will just start again, right? And then I can come back to here, use the split button, trim it, delete it. But then I'm going to have this like weird transition between two songs. So I obviously want to cut that back here again, delete that, draw that out. So even though I've cut it, I can actually extend it. I don't have to like redo it. And then see where I drag, that blue line that comes up is going to show me where my video stops and ends. So I can stop it exactly where the video is. Now to get them to blend in, because if I probably play it now, it's going to sound weird. It's really not a bad song to do it. But what I can do is at the end of this song here, I can fade it out. And at the start of the song here, I can fade it in. So you see like in the bottom left-hand corner, see how it's like bending? That's going to give it like a ramp up into it. So it's not just like bang music straight away. It's gonna sort of roll into it. Now the other thing as well is you don't want it to be louder than your volume. So same thing as we did with the video, clicking that and coming over to here, you can lower your volume. So you might want to have it at like 50% of your talking sound. So then doing the same thing with this, I'm going to draw it back down to like 50% of the talking sound. So then when I'm talking, it's got like a subtle, and I go, that's too much. So I'm going to bring it back. A bit more. But then say over here, where, remember you can use this zoom in tool so you can get exactly pinpoint where there's quiet. You can see between here, there's no sound. So say that was a longer part with no sound in it. I can just click this, and this is probably the best way of doing it. Split it there, come over to here, split it here, and then I can line that up. So I'll do the same thing with this music and I'll split it there, and I'll come back to the music. I'll drag it to there, split it here, and then this part where it's silent, I'm going to raise the volume back up. So then it'll go like a transition between. And then when he talks, it'll go back down again. So that's another cool little tool. Now you look through here and you can type in like, I don't know, I want hip hop music. So I can just do like a search for here, and there's heaps of different like tracks. Like it's good because it's like background music. let's say I'm doing an edit and I want to have like an exact song, because I know sometimes when I'm doing it, I actually think of the song and be like, oh, we could make a cool video to this. So how do I do that? Then I'm going to go onto the internet. Can you see this or not?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's loaded Google. Yeah, got it. Same thing going. Now you're going to go to YouTube, the MP3. Y2, mate, it's probably the easiest one. Someone give me their favorite song that we can use on this. So you just go load a YouTube up as well. That will fly with that. So I want to do. Oh no, wait, it's just tracking. Oh, that's stuff. I'm just gonna take the video, take the link, go back onto our Y2 mate, copy it into here, convert it. Now, one thing you got to do on your Instagram page as well, so you don't get copyrighted, is change your thing to entrepreneur, and then hide it from your screen. So when you open your Instagram, because otherwise, then you can get away with copywriting and put any music on there. So on your Instagram, when you do edit profile, it'll say profile information and then category. And most of you probably will have it as like construction or something like that. Change it to entrepreneur, because and then when you go down, profile display, just go category hidden. So people you don't look like a wanker saying that you're an entrepreneur. But that allows you to then put any music up without copyright issues. Because before I did that, I've had videos taken down because I had a music playing in the background. But if you do that, you can get away with putting any song up. So once you've done that, it's there. It's loaded into Y2, mate. Click download, and it'll come up to your downloads. And then I'm going to grab it. I'm going to open my Capcut again. And I'm just going to go back to my import. Oh, hold up. Just go back to import page here. So many tabs open. It's this sort of scam thing, probably. Grab my download. Back in here. Drop it there. Bang. Now I can just delete these. And I've got any song I want in here. And then I'll bring my volume down because it's going to be super high probably. And then I should have Oasis backing track. So in a fast cut video, you pretty much drop any song you want in there and do that, which then allows you to be able to put whatever you want on it. So that's a cool feature to be able to do. I don't know about doing that on your phone. We're using that other app to drop stuff in. So I would just say whatever you can do on a computer is obviously easier. But the phone app's good for like quick little ones I want to do. If I want to take a quick little snip of some videos I've done on my phone and put them together and make them look a bit better, I do it on there and I add a filter in. So that's the next thing. So changing it up from like, it just looks pretty light and boring here. So if I go into filters in here, there's heaps of different types. So like, and all you do is click them and it'll bring it up. I've got one that I use for everything pretty much because I like that style, which is like a darker style. So say one, but you can go into here as well, mono, which is a bit darker. So if I wanted to do my video in black and white, I could drag that in and then drag it, and then everything's black and white. You can also then change the intensity of it. So like, oh, I don't want it like full black and white. I can drag it up because sometimes if you put something on there, it just looks a bit too hectic. So This is the filter I always use. It just ties in with everything to keep it all the same colorway then. But then I just drag it down a bit, so it's just a bit darker, but not too dark. So then that's your video there. Now, say I'll go, all right, I want to add my logo in at the start. I come back to media, do an import. Find your logo. Now, obviously, if you've got a background, it is what it is. If you don't, if you can get an image without a background, way better. So like a PNG file usually has the background removed. And then I can just grab my logo, drop it over here, and at the start of the video. So then, okay, so it comes up. Cool, but I don't like how it just drops straight on there. So then I'm going to go animation. And then in animation, you'll have ins and outs. So it's an in. So say like I like the click and grab. I like doing this one. So when I play, it'll be like a click to open. Then when I come back, and then I go, oh, well, now it's up. I want to close it off. So I'll go back to animations and I'll click an out. And I can do like, there's heaps of different outs to do. But it might be like the zoom out. I'll put that on there. So when it comes in, clicks open. And then it'll zoom out. That's all the like so many little features you can add, and it just adds layers onto here each time you do it. And I like that. So at the end, I'll just copy and paste it so it happens again at the end as well. So at the end of the video, comes back up and fades away. So now my volume on my music's gone. Now, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. But then at this point of the video here, where we're talking about isolation, I want to do something different. So I'm going to do another logo. Come back here. And I want to do my lockout logo. Oh no, it's got a background on it. So that's annoying. This is a hard logo to do it with. But what I do is go over to here, auto removal, literally rips the background straight out of it. So I want to have this come up when we're talking about isolation. I want to have that come up, and then I can do the same thing. I can go back to animation and then add an animation to it so it pops up. And if I want it to stay on there longer, so when it comes in, I want it to glitch in. So when it pops up, and then when I do out, I might want it to glitch out or something. So I just click that. These ones with the black aren't ideal because they add like another background to it. So I try and find things without it that don't have that on there. So there's a glitch out. So the glitches out. Say you want that to stay for longer, just pull it and drag it, then it's there for longer. So, and all you're doing to stop and start, use your spacebar. Spacebar plays and pauses. It's the easiest thing to do. Just play and pause with that. And say, okay, well, here we are here. And at the same time, I also want it to have a message on there. So I go to text, and it's going to go click default text, and then you click your text button up here. So that'll add in another layer on here. So then I want to go default text. Just grab it and drag it down. And then I want it to come up on here. And I'm going to do it. Just go over to here and go, remember to power. And you can, as I said before, I'm a fucking dyslexic and I can't fucking spell. And then it's a bit too big, so all you're gonna do, drag it down, so it fits to the screen, but that looks boring. So that's where I'm gonna go over to, you can go to bubble and you can put banners around it if that's what you wanted to do. So it comes up in a text bubble, or you can put effects on it. So that's where you can start picking a different font as well. Now, if you go back to basic, you can do all that in here. So I can change my font here to be something a bit more suited, and it'll just be the same as like if you're in Word and bring something up, make it bold, color, want it to be red. And then I can also here some preset styles. So I've got border, whatever you want to do. Now, from there, there's so many things you can add background, you can add a glow on it, like, there's heaps of stuff you can do to it. Then I'll animate it and do the same thing and bring it in. So there's heaps of different ways you can also bring it in. So I'm going to do a typewriter. So it'll come in like that. And it'll just type it out. Now you can make it by using this. That makes it longer. So it'll be a slower type out. And then I'll do that. So then when I come back here and I press play, it's a bit in the way of my other logo. So all you're going to do is click it here and then just drag it up. I don't want it to be here. And then you can do the same thing and add a animation to the out as well if you want, and pop it down. And that's it. So now I've added a logo, I've added a filter, I've added text, I've added a song, I've added like another bit of text and this halfway through. I've added video effects. It's literally pretty much done everything to this one video as you can do to something. Just to like spice it up, like it's a fully normal video, which now, you know, looks way better than what it was. Like, unless, like I said, like I wouldn't use this because I haven't done a great job on doing it, but you just take your time going through what's cool. That's the good thing with the captions, the filters, the effects is you can just click it and it'll test it out. And then if you don't want to do it, click another one. So you can figure out what kind of looks good on. I don't mind that one, so I'm going to add that in. So you can overlay filters to get to that. But then if I want to delete that one, it'll probably change it. But then I want to bring my down. So remember, just using that will slide it up and down. I like it being dark, but you can overlap other filters. So you can add like 2 and they'll double up to get you like a different sort of color to what you like. But there's so many ways, like so many things you can do on this to spice up a video. That I recommend just starting with like a 1 or like 2 clips, and then just playing around with it, and just getting used to doing a little transfer between the two. And with that is your transitions. So that's obviously how you switch between. So same thing, and just drag and drop. And then you can make it a bit bigger or smaller or however you want to do it. So then when it drops between the two, it will just and then when something's not going right, you zoom in and see what's actually going on here. So I've put that in there, but it's not doing anything. I don't know why, but the color glitch should go. Yeah. So there's the transition. Now, that's kind of, I wouldn't go any further into any of the other stuff because it's probably going to get way too complicated and things like that. I'm probably going to roll in on the next chat. I'm going to put a podcast in now and show you how to merge like 3 different clips. So say when I film a podcast, I do it off 2 cameras and an audio. So I've got 3 separate parts of media, which is sometimes you might do because you might want to add, if when you start getting a bit more, if you say you start getting a bit more into it and you do the meta glasses with a camera, you might want to add the 2 of them and it might cut between the same thing, but you want to keep the same sound. So you might be filming with a camera here, which is pretty cool. Like you might set up a tripod filming you in a switchboard, and then you might have the glasses on, so it might cut between the switchboard of you zoomed back to then you with the glasses on, and then cut back, but you want to keep the same sound and things like that. So it's a way of doing that. I'll show you, but first of all, I'll just show you how to export this. So pretty much say this video is done, I'm happy with it, it's all good. I'll come up to here and all you do is click export and it'll come up to here, and then I'm going to call it test clip, and then you just want to find where you want to save it to. So like I said, I save all mine to my hard drive, videos, and that's where all my clips were. With my YouTube clips, so I select that folder. If you do 4K, it takes up heaps of room. You usually just do 2K. It drops it down a little bit, but if it's only going on Instagram, if I was doing a full YouTube video with a good camera, I'd keep it at 4K. If you're trying to export a 4K like hour-long video, it's going to take up heaps of space. And you don't need to touch anything else on there. Make sure your format's in MP4. Not if you click something else, it's going to change that. And then that's it. Click export, and it'll automatically load it and download it. Once that's done, it'll be wherever you've saved it. I don't want that, so I'll cancel that. It also, so now I'll show you. So when you go, what the menu looks like. If you want to get out of this, you just go back to homepage, and it'll take you to your homepage, which stores all your other videos on it. It does get a bit laggy. That's the only thing I'd say. Like, it's a pretty big program, so like if you haven't got a great computer, probably don't like load too many. So I've got like all of these are like, that's like a gig, that's a gig, like there's heaps of ones in here. I'll show you this one. This one's a bit of a jokey one I've made. With some like background, where I've ripped the background out and stuff. So this one's not pretty, so it's super slow on here because the amount of stuff I've got loaded into here. So I'd probably go through and clean that up and delete as much as I can out of there. I just get a bit scared about deleting things because whether I've saved it. So now I've opened this, and it's all like red. It's because it's not holding the files on the program. It's holding them on my computer somewhere. So all I've got to do is click link media, and it should find all the exact clips somewhere and bring it in. But I reckon because I did this I did it straight from the camera and I didn't save the clips, it's not going to be able to find them. So probably not the right one. If I go back here and I'm going to go, right, I'm going to start another project now. So this is when you first open it, this is your main screen. This is what it's going to look like. And then I want to do a new video, and now I'll show you how to like link up clips. So on here, this is probably the one that Crowy more likely wants to see, which would be a podcast. So on here, did anyone have any questions on that last video before I go on balls deep in a whole nother one? Or like, does it seem like something you'd be able to do, or is it like that's brain melting? I don't want to bar of it.
I think
No, it seems pretty straightforward, I think.
Yeah.
it's straightforward enough, but I can see yourself going down a rabbit hole, just tweaking and tweaking and tweaking rather than calling it good and done.
Yeah, I think you can definitely get carried away with it. I try and like limit myself to like remembering that you're doing a 20-second clip. A lot of people probably won't watch it. So if you spend an hour on it, like, you know, it's probably a waste of your time. But it's also like it's pretty fun. Like when you start doing it and you know, if you enjoy doing that type of thing, it's gonna then make you go, oh, I should have got a bit of video of this. So then next time when you do it, and that's a good thing with like when I'm filming with the camera, I literally just go like 3-second clips. And it's easy to then know it's broken up. If you film for half an hour, then you're going to break it up. It takes you way longer. But if you're filming something, you go, all right, I'll film it for 3 seconds, stop it, and then I'll do another video of something else for 3 seconds, or stop it, and then you can just chop that in. It makes it way easier when you're doing it because you've already kind of got the sections that you want to use. Instead of you just filming for half an hour, then you've got to go through and like, oh, I like that bit, or I like that bit. Like it's actually easy just to know what you want to film. So if I'm going to do a podcast one, I'm going to grab the clips that I need, which is that clip.
Have you done similar for
Boys.
like a timestamp or a time shift type thing as well?
What do you mean by that?
Like if you have it rolling all day, but it just takes like snaps of the entire day and chops it up into like footage, so you can see like this is the progress from like the whole.
Oh, like
Like
when
a mini
it's
time lapse kind of.
like a time lapse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I've done it a few times, but like, man, it depends on how long you want to do it for. Because you either leave your phone there, but then also like a camera, like that'll cook a camera if you're trying to leave it there for filming for. Like I think podcasts are we cap it at like an hour, but I plug the cameras in. The battery, if I don't reckon if I plugged it in, the battery wouldn't last more than an hour or two filming straight, and they overheat real easy as well. So if you're filming like a high quality, you're trying to do it. That's why like time lapse is good on your phone because you can just set time lapse on it and just leave it there and do it, and then it'll automatically convert into a time lapse and just go speed it up. So they're pretty cool. Pretty cool doing that in that sense. It's probably an easy way of doing it.
I know a lot of industrial sites now, they'll do multiple IP cameras around the place and they'll
Yeah, probably a bit easier with IP cameras and doing it.
Yeah,
for sure. Okay, so now I've uploaded 3 separate clips, but with these 3 clips, they are all the same audio because one is the SD card from the podcast Rodecaster, and then one's my camera filming me, and one's the other camera filming the guest. And like, so I've got 3 separate clips that I need to sync them all the same. So all I do is I drag them down to the bottom, and then I've got, it's going to wait for it to load a bit. This is what I was saying.
Boys, I gotta go. Thanks, Fordy. Appreciate it,
No
mate.
worries, man. All good.
Cheers,
all
guys.
good. Thanks for tuning in. So if I've got 3 clips here, and I want to sync them all up, I'll let them all load. That's what I was saying, boys. This would be good when if you do use 2 cameras and you want to sync it up. So if you're doing it on the glasses with the camera, it's going to pick up the same audio. And this is where the AI will come in, and all you do is highlight this, and then right click, and I click create a multi-camera clip, and it'll automatically mash it all into one, and it'll extract the sound from each one and line it all up automatically.
so
Took me a while.
automatic cameras to who's talking, you mean?
You've got to do that manually, I think. I haven't figured out whether you can do that, but I do it automatically because that's my like editing process of when I'm doing one is like you bounce between the cameras, so you'll say because I'm using 3 different clips because I count the audio. I'll match the audio to be the priority, which always stays on. So I delete the audio from the 2 camera clips because it's not through a microphone. And then you'll have the 2 cameras and you just manually jump between the 2, which gives you like the option for like, say someone's talking, but then I might have a reaction to it. I can cut back to me. So then so now it's got here, the audio is number 3, You can see that that's picked the audio from that. I could change it to be here, but I've got it silenced, and then I've got it silenced here, and then that. So then I'll go on here. I wouldn't have turned the camera on yet. So all I do is I come down to here and I come to where I want to start from. And then I can also use like the left tab, my left arrow tab. If I want to do short little increments and not slide too much, then that's how I do it slowly and skip through. And then I know where I want to be to the exact point where I start talking. I want to quit from here, click, cut, take the front bit, delete that. This is my now clip. So to jump between the two, you can see the little razor blade on the mouse. That changes my camera between the two. So say I'm talking. So say I said pendants twice there, I need to cut that out. So I'd come back in here to get that done. I'm going to zoom right in because it's such a quick snap of what I said. I need to grab the exact audio where it is. And this is where it gets like pretty intricate to be able to edit these harder parts. Pendants. That was that there. I'll just cut that up there. But then I obviously want to see that that actually makes sense because it might look stupid now. So I don't like any of that bit, so I'm going to take all that out as well. So now I can take all that out that I didn't like. So where it skips over like there, I'd probably cut it to Nick because then you can't see the transfer. And then I'll cut back to me. So then when I bring it back this way, it's like a bit of more of a transfer, so it's not as hectic. Now I don't normally edit them too much. It's normally if someone says something that I don't want to have in there, or I like something like that, like you make a mistake on something you've said twice or something that annoys you, can cut it out. Usually I just roll through, but this is my editing way I edit it because I then gives me the chance to sit through the whole podcast and I just bounce between the two. So say pretend this is this clip here, because obviously not all of you are doing podcasts. This clip here is your clip from your GoPro that's on your body at the time, and then this one here is your camera. You probably wouldn't have this because if you're running these mics, then these plug into your camera via this cable, and that'll automatically have the good audio attached to your camera, so it'll override the camera microphone. So you'd only have it as a multi-cam. You wouldn't have three. You wouldn't upload this separately as your microphone. It'll come across on your camera clip. And then you might just want to have it so like you've zoomed out and then it cuts to you fitting off a switchboard, but you're talking. But then when it cuts back, you want to have it the talking to come across when you've got the GoPro going, and then back to the camera and it's far away and you're still talking, so it's going to come through the microphone. So you want to still use the audio from this. So that's where the cutting across, it'll cut that, but as long as you've got the audio muted here and on here, it'll keep it the same across. So Now, what I was going to do on this clip as well is when we're actually talking about the lights and stuff, I want to have some of the footage of his lights uploaded in. So I went next door to his shed and I got a few little videos. So I'm just going to grab them and drag them in, and they come on here. So then if it's the same thing as before, like when we're talking here and say we're talking about what he does, which is like a different time, but I might want to have an overlay of his lights that he does here. And then helps to like then making it so it goes in. So where we're talking at the start about what he does. That's another good way of like hiding a mistake or something, I guess you make, is by overlaying some like other footage. So when you add other footage to a video, it's called B-roll. So B-roll. So if anyone ever asks you, oh, do you want me to, like, you're working with a videographer and like, oh, do you want me to add some B-roll in? B-roll means separate footage that they've taken that they're going to overlay over the top of the video. So when we're talking at the start, so then I'm talking about it. So then I might just lay it into here and have it on there. So I just overlay it over there. And then later on down the track, at some point, he's talking about how to make them. And then I just lay some other stuff over there. But that's pretty much how I do like a multi clip as well. I'm not going to sit here and edit the whole thing because I'm sure that'll be not the most enjoyable thing or helpful thing to do. One thing I'll show is something that we've got with our media guide. Like now, while we're talking about this as well, I'll talk about the importance of probably working with someone that's actually a professional at it, because I like being able to do it myself, but I also enjoy it. And I think like it would be frustrating to, I guess, do, is that stop sharing that screen now?
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be frustrating to just be trying to do it all yourself. Then you've got the pressure of trying to get content and those things and everything. And it's hard. It is super hard, especially when you're trying to run a business. And like you, Brad, if it's just you and another tradie, like trying to add on to doing like your social media and your content as well. It's just, I know how hard it is for me, and it's something that I try to like prioritize a lot, and it's hard for me to get out and do it all the time. So when it's just you, that's where I feel I was saying like the glasses and things like that. It's super easy because you don't have to go and grab a camera out and try to set it all up. It's just an easy way of doing it. Now, the other thing, like I guess the importance of working with someone who is a professional is like you can get them to come and just get it all done, and they'll just do it all. That it's at the same time. It's obviously also the only issue is it's going to cost a bit of money. Now, most media, like most people that you see that are doing it, are most likely on a retainer. So they'll pay a certain amount a month, which is what we do. We pay a certain amount a month, and within that retainer, we get a certain amount of videos and a certain amount of site visits, a certain amount of, I guess, like content that he uses. So the good thing is as well, like I get him to do, to send me while he's doing it to get extra videos. So I don't just get, we pay for 4 videos a month, but that's not all I get at the end of the month. So he'll make a folder with heaps of extra videos that he hasn't used. and put it all in. So where I go into here, I'll share this in here. So I'll share my screen. Google Doc with this. So this is what our media guy makes for us. So each month he'll add things into here, which is our own page. So we use Milesway Media, and then he will upload photos that he's done for us into here. So he's on a retainer to have 50 photos a month. So these are just photos that we can use whenever we want. And we just request this style because it's something a bit different. But then also, like, we did some work with Floop, so we got them to do he did some stuff for that. He'll take extra video clips and then add them all into here. So if I want to make something with one of these clips, I can easily download off here and then upload it into Capcut and do my own thing with it, which I've done a few times with these. So I've taken these little 5-second short clips and then just added them in and done that for myself. And I think it's a good way of getting heaps extra. Like if I do go on a retainer with someone, ask them to get all their raw footage as well. They don't even have to do, like these ones he's all edited, but you can get it so they're unedited and just get them to drop the extra stuff in. So you're getting more value for your money. And then especially if you're going to start playing around with it yourself, then you do that. Hey Josh, who does all your stuff? Do you have someone or do you just kind of do it yourself?
Me? No, just me at the moment. Waiting for another couple of events to come, a bit more, I suppose, exposure for the team shots, but I'm going to get someone to sort of follow us around for a couple of days.
Yeah.
In the near future.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that sort of the next few months plan is a bit more up on the socials.
Okay, you do a fair bit though. So what are you just doing it all on your phone?
Yeah. I pretty much just do stories at the moment. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's a bit just basic. I've been in and out of jobs at the moment, but yeah. So you're running through was it Capcut before you're running through?
Yeah. I wanted to do it on the phone as well. I'm not techie enough to like mirror my phone to the computer somehow. So it is super similar. If you use it on the computer and you know what the symbols mean, it's the same thing on the phone. It's way harder. It's so much easier and quicker on the computer. So if you can do it on there, I think if you're taking everything off your phone though, what I do is I just make a Dropbox folder and then I just get the Dropbox app and just dump everything on there if I want to get videos off my phone onto it, and then just obviously have that on the computer and then just go bang and drop it across and do it that way. I think it's way better. Like as I was saying, like
how long do you? I suppose you're a bit different, but like how do you dedicate a couple of hours a week, sort of thing, or how do you sort of run it?
I kind of do it straight away. Like if I go to site and then I'll get some videos, I'll just sit down at lunch and just bang it all in, and then just do it and then put it up. I think like it's so easy to do with that side of things. Like if you look at now, it depends. You just got to remember like what's your target for doing it? You know, if you want to get, I think like a good thing as well is getting as much as your team involved as you can. How do your guys go when you're filming and stuff? Are they pretty not into it?
Not really. Nah, it's I try to do it a bit. I think Tommy, the fella, he sort of has a laugh about all that kind of stuff. But I think I told him that it's going to come, like, you know, we're going to try to do a fair bit of it. Or once I make a bit more time, I'll pop around and just do a quick video, whatever. So, because as you know, like, I look at it and be like, it's just not a video, but like, other people, they love watching it. Like, I get comments from my missus' friends going, that's sick. Like, you know, just,
It's what people want to see.
I think lots of people see the finished product I've never seen before.
No, people are interested in seeing what like is actually going on and what and stuff about your team and things like that. That's why it's important. Like it doesn't have to be a good video. It just has to be. I think it's just saying like even what you're saying with the stories and stuff. I think like getting yourself in front of them, putting in your like a face to the name. It's always really good. if you can turn it to yourself and do a bit of stuff like that, I think it's one of the best things you can do for your business, because it really just it draws people in to know who you are, and it, like, obviously then it gives you that advantage over someone when someone does, you are going up against someone.
Story, so I was trying to do one the other week. It just wasn't fucking working. But like, you know, filming yourself and then like turning around to show the works afterwards. I could never.
No, you have to. Are you trying to do it in Instagram? Like, yeah, no, just film it on your phone, because then you can click swap camera.
Right.
You can just click it and it'll flick it around. And then obviously when you're filming what you're doing, your back camera is better quality than your front camera. So just film it. Don't do it through there, and just do it that way. And then you don't have to hold it either. You can just click it and it's done. Because I've done it heaps of times where I've like held it and you think you're filming, and then you let go and it's like you weren't even doing it.
Yep. And you can redo it all.
Yeah. Oh, can you say that again? Like trying to get someone to do the same thing again. But getting like these guys. I don't know if you saw the video we did the other day where we had like the two houses on the same site. That we put up, and there's like these two guys were on one site, and then I had like
I
had like Jackson on the other side. So like those guys are getting way better. Like I've got them, so they're talking. Like you probably noticed, like I've been like doing way less because I'm trying to get them, because it was always me every video going there, and I was like, well, I'm not even doing the work. I want the guys that are doing the work to like sort of be a bit more in front of it, and then like get your team out there a bit more, because then it's when you start doing the house. Like I talked to a few people that are like pretty heavy on filming their team and like talking about them and their names and things like that. And especially in the residential side, if you're doing more like mum and dad jobs, then they start going, oh, it's so and so from Instagram. Oh, you know, it's Ethan I saw him, he's funny. Like I've got him coming to my house, and it makes them get excited because they watch it and they see it, and it's almost like, you know, people do look at that, like they watch it like a TV show now, like some of the videos that people are putting up, and when you exactly. He'll just do the same thing, just like adding. The other thing you can do now as well is like it's literally just launched is Instagram started edits, so you can add captions and things in through Instagram now. I haven't used it yet, but at the moment it seems to be like promoting as well. So if you do a video through it, it'll push it up in people's feeds because you've used their tool to do it. So for now, that's like another thing as well.
Release them as reels or a post.
Everything I'll do as a reel. And then don't do posts. It goes in a different
That's what I mean. Like it's a different category. Like your reels are sort of like I personally don't have TikTok.
It's not style. It pushes it differently in the algorithm, like whereas a post is like you'd put a photo on a post, but then you put any sort of video content to a reel. You can do a photo on a reel as well, to get it a bit more traction as well, and just put a song behind it, put a bit of music on it, and then that's the other thing. So like when you're doing a video, utilizing, if you want it to do a bit better on social media, using like trending audio. So when you do audio, you can find trending audio. But I don't know, I like using stuff that's not, because I feel like then it goes into the other thing, like you're scrolling and you hear the same song over and over and over again. Everyone's using the same thing. So I think I like to just do whatever sort of, you know, you can, like whatever you like, and then tie it back in. So like you're utilizing songs that you like, not just what everyone else is using. Because I don't think it needs to be stuff that goes, I don't think you need to look, whatever you post, I don't think you need to look at it as like doing well or going viral. Like it's more about the stuff we're talking about here is more about just building your brand and like your workers, all that sort of stuff. Not trying to blow up on Instagram, because it's not going to benefit you work wise in any way.
That's a wrap on another podcast. Whatever you're doing, don't be too busy to stop and check if you're making money. And above all else, you know the rules, be kind. See you soon.